Hello again, so this is the second video about updates on my website, and I want to remind everyone that my website is where the main information is. For example, about all the issues with interpreting beam shots or videos which do not show what you see in reality, for example, because of over-accentuation, because of perspective, of over-accentuation of the near field. It looks dark here, but it's not dark there in reality. That's because of the limited dynamic range of cameras and computer screens, and much more. It's the same with saddles. On my website, very much deeper information than in videos. And of course, in videos you cannot really search for keywords. Perhaps if Google, etc., and other websites include the transcripts for every video, then it could become better. But anyway, that's not really the case yet. So my main parts of my website: bicycle analysis, lighting analysis, that shows you all those kind of things that I mentioned about perspective, videos, and beam shots where they don't show what you see in reality. Then the reviews, which use, of course, the lighting analysis to see and to show why lights are good or bad. Leather saddles, mini pumps. Those are, I think, saddles and mini pumps were the ones that I started my website with. Then lighting reviews, and then you have a lot of other things like bicycle bells, suspension, panniers, trailers, pocket lamps, spoking in the wheel, tire levers, bicycle computers, chain life, floor pumps, mini tools. I don't like mini tools. Kickstands, water bottles, pedals, well, a lot. Basically everything that I tried, where I tried to find something good or better for my bicycles, that's what I wrote down. I have some plans, etc., but yeah, it's a bit difficult to state if anything is going. But okay, updates, back to updates. That's the ones I wanted to show. First, Selle Anatomica H2. I wrote down all the things that I told in the videos and a little bit more. The suntour NCX sprung seat posts. I wrote down all my experiences here. And yeah, my conclusion for the Netherlands is that it is not useful. Even with the stiffer spring, I had issue with that if I was pedaling at too high cadence, so high pedaling frequency, then I would bounce up and down the saddle or the bike from the seat post going up down because of the spring. The stiffer spring did work well, a bit better, because the smaller bumps were not taken out as well than with the softer spring, but yeah, you did not get that up and down movement as much, but still you got it when pedaling with a high frequency. So no, I don't think it's useful for the Netherlands. There should be some kind of dampening. Then the Ergotec EP-1 pedals. So I wrote down my experiences with those. So these are days. And the interesting thing, I saw a video on YouTube that these already exist for 8 years. I thought they were new. I think it was perhaps because of a new statement with a distributor or something, or new. Perhaps they had it. It was new in their system. I don't know, but they exist already for 8 years, which is interesting. I know. Perhaps I could also be that I just overlooked them. Never gave them a look because they are made completely from plastic. I don't know, but it's weird if that was the case. They probably weren't in the system of that distributor. Second thing, yeah, I like them, the Ergotec EP-1 pedals. Then the final thing I updated, truth about leather saddles. So there's a lot of nonsense going about leather saddles. I updated that section a bit. I might name them all misconceptions, although the 5 is not really misconceptions. This is about whether you should use leather at all. So some vegans don't want it. For example, a bike shop where I got a small cable made, conversion cable for to connect the tail lamp of the bike I bought in Ukraine with a Trilook LS906 that I took with me. And he had a sign for Brook saddles, that shop. I said, oh yeah, look, I use leather saddles. He said, yeah, I'm a vegan, I don't use them. And I can understand that you don't want it, but cows are not killed for the leather, but for the meat. So if everyone stops eating meat and there's an ecological alternative to leather, then I agree. But now I don't think it makes sense. But other issues are leather thickness, longevity of better saddles. Supposedly they were better in the past, and that's just not true. And I've examined a lot of saddles from the 60s, from the 80s, 90s, from the 2000s. And leather thickness, it varies per saddle type even. For example, the Swift always has, actually always, all the ones I examined, quite a few, had fairly thin leather, 4 to 4.4 millimeters. The Team Pro looks to have a special selection of leather from a special section of the hide, because when I try to modify them, for example, with a cutout, then you notice how difficult it is to cut through the leather. It's much more difficult than with the B17. And the color of the leather, that it's only on top or that it will wear away, that's not true in most cases. There are some older saddles, I don't know from when they are, perhaps 80s or 90s or so, where I did see that only the top was colored. So perhaps there it could be really a very thin layer that wears off, and that also from the perspiration, saddle gets wet. You sit on it, and some of it gets absorbed by your pants, and that is an issue because leather cells do give off color, as I showed on some pictures on my website. Okay, that's it for now. Bye.